Hi, I'm Rich Brown, Senior Editor for CNET.com. Today we're going to take a look at the Alienware Aurora. So this is a configurable high-end gaming PC, but this model costs about $2,600. You can see it comes with Alienware's typical stylized case, and inside it's got a fairly good configuration for high-end gaming. Taking a look at the outside of the case briefly, you can see there's sort of like an angled, armored appearance to the front. If you push in the Alien Head logo, this front door pops down and you reveal the Blu-ray drive and the media card reader. Now there is no front panel hard drive bay, which is a nice feature we've seen on some newer performance PCs, so that's something we wish Alienware had actually made available. On the top of the case there's a panel that pops down, and on the leading edge here you get a couple of USB ports as well as a USB 3 jack and audio inputs. Now unique to Alienware PCs is what it calls the Alien FX lighting configurator. If you go to the software, you can see there's a little app that lets you control 4 different lighting zones around the outside of the system. You've got 2 on the side, one in the Alien Head up here, and one down underneath. Now with the software, you can set the lights to over 100,000 different color combinations. You can make them blink and pulse. You can even tie them to let you know when you have a new email. Now no other vendor we know of offers such a feature, and it certainly makes this system unique. That said, it is a little bit gimmicky, so we'd probably trade that for some better performance. Now, on the back of the Alienware, you get a whole bunch of ports, and that's great to see. So you get 2 different kinds of digital audio outputs up here in the top, as well as the standard set of 7.1 analog jacks down at the bottom. For data, you have a lot of options. You have 6 standard USB jacks, 2 USB 3 inputs, as well as a FireWire out. Down here in the video cards, you've got a lot of options. You've got 2 DVIs, an HDMI, as well as a variety of mini DisplayPort outputs. Getting inside the Alienware case is easy enough. You flip this latch up top, the panel drops down and slides right off. You'll notice the inside of the case is segmented into different zones. That's a feature we've seen before, and it's semi-useful. It seems like it's a good way to sort of get your bearings inside the case when you open it up. Up here you have the CPU with Alienware's custom liquid cooling hardware. Now the chip is actually an Intel Core i7-2600K CPU. That's the latest Sandy Bridge version of Intel's CPU family, and it is overclocked up to 3.9 gigahertz. Now that's actually a pretty modest overclock, and there are many other vendors in the boutique PC space that will go up to above 4 gigahertz for basically the same price. There's also not that much memory in the system for its price. You get 4 gigs of RAM over here when we're used to seeing 8 gigs in this price range. Now that is 1866 megahertz RAM, so it is a little bit faster than normal, but still we'd probably rather have more of it. Now if we pull back this section here, you can see the graphics cards. It's 2 AMD Radeon HD 6950 cards. Now for this price range, those are solid and you can get great performance in this PC. That's one thing we'll say, is that it definitely doesn't lag on our 3D tests. Now in this section you can see there's the power supply down here, and there's a map kind of describing the hard drive layout. So you get 4 hard drive bays, and there's actually 2 mechanical hard drives installed. Total of 3 terabytes of performance. Now that might seem like a lot of storage space, but we're used to seeing solid state drives in this price range. For a system like this, we would definitely appreciate having that option, but in order to add an SSD to this system, Alienware wants you to pay an extra $900. That price is disproportionate to other gaming desktops out there, so that's something we'd also like to see Alienware improve. Finally, up here, this section seems to be mostly for show. Perhaps it has some airflow benefit, but up here you just get the various front paneled bays, including the Blu-ray burner as well as the media card reader down here. There's one free bay right here. Overall, this is a pretty unique looking system, and it has some interesting features in its lighting, some of its case front elements, and elsewhere. But we still wish it had better performance and more flexible configuration options. If you're really into the idea of a stylized gaming PC, you may want to consider the Alienware. Otherwise, you can get a better deal from a number of other boutique game PC vendors. So I'm Rich Brown, this is the Alienware Aurora.